Today we are going to discuss centroid of a triangle. What is the centroid of a triangle? So we have to find the formula of centroid of a triangle. So what is the formula of centroid of triangle? We have to find it. To find the coordinate of a centroid of a triangle whose vertices are A x1 by 1 z1, B is x2 by 2 and z2, and C is x3 by 3 and z3. So how can we find the formula of centroid of triangle? First of all, we have to take D as a midpoint on BC. Take D as a midpoint on line BC and take point G. Take point G on line AD, which divides AD in 2:1. So as we know from the midpoint formula, D is the midpoint of BC, so we can write the coordinates of D. The coordinates of D, as we can write the coordinates of D, which is the midpoint of BC. The coordinates of D, which is the midpoint of BC. So what is the midpoint formula? x2 plus x3 upon 2 by 2 plus by 3 upon 2 and z2 plus z3 upon 2. So this is the required centroid of D, which is x2 plus x3 upon 2 by 2 plus by 3 upon 2 and z2 plus z3 upon 2, which we get from the midpoint formula. Okay, so now as we know here, G is the centroid of the triangle. So if G is the centroid of the triangle which divides AD median in the ratio 2:1. G divides AD in 2:1. So we can write the coordinate of G also. From here, G x2 D, as we find D's coordinate is this and A's coordinate is this. So from these A and D we can find the coordinate of G. So what we get? From ratio formula, we can write it which divides 2:1. 1 into x1 and then 2 into x coordinate of D, from which we can write, which is 1 into x1, 1 into x1 and then 2 into x coordinate of D. And what is the x coordinate of D? X coordinate of D is this. So 1 into x1 plus 2 into x coordinate of this. So 1 by 2 into x2 plus x3 upon m plus n. So what is m? M is 2 and n is 1. So m plus n, and then by what is the coordinate of y? As we can write 1 into by 1 plus 2 into by coordinate of D. What is the y coordinate of D? 1 upon 2 into by 2 plus by 3 upon sum of ratios, which is 1 plus 2. As we can do same with the z coordinate, 1 into z1 plus 2 into 1 upon 2 z2 plus z3 upon m plus n. So as we solve this, we get x1 2 here 2 cancel, here 2 cancel and here also 2 cancel, from which we get x1 x2 x3 upon 3 by 1 by 2 by 3 upon 3 and z1 plus z2 upon 3, from which we can write the centroid. We have to find centroid of a triangle. We can write sum of the x coordinate, which is divided by 3. Similarly, sum of y coordinate. So this is the required formula. If we have to find the centroid of a triangle, we can add x1 plus x2 plus 3 upon 3 and by 1 plus by 2 plus by 3 upon 3 and z1 plus z2 plus z3 upon 3. This is the required formula of centroid of a triangle. Thank you for watching. If you have any query, you can comment in my comment box.